Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Charade Maniacs, continuing Abana's row. Woohoo! Anyway, good last episode, good last episode. We're making progress with our marshmallow, and he smiled. Oh, just made our heart flutter. Anyway, next day, I woke up early and went to the kitchen. Iochi was already there, preparing breakfast. Good morning. Oh, was it your turn for breakfast duty? No, I met Abana today, but he didn't seem very well. It's not good to get someone sick to cook, so I had him return to his room. It's not good to get someone sick to cook. Okay, yeah, I read that a little wonky. I see, but he's sick? Maybe it's a cold. His face was red, and he said he had a headache. Well, anyway, yeah, he's like, my face is red, and I'm embarrassed, and I have a headache because he's all stressed out. That's so funny. Iochi handed me a tray with a smile. It had a pot with porridge in it. Can you take care of this for me? If he gets nursed back to health by a cute girl, I'm sure his cold will go away immediately. Yochi's like setting us up. Why don't you go take care of him? He took care of you and you got better. Wink, wink. Oh crap. Did you want to make it yourself? Sorry for being inconsiderate. No, I'll just get going now. You can go ahead and talk with him for a bit. About many things, that is. Yochi being our wing person I love it. What do you mean by that? Yochi smiled in a way that told me not to worry about it as I headed for Abana's room. God, I love Yochi. Abana, your door isn't locked, but can I come in? Abana? I stepped inside his room and called out to him, but I received no response. I saw him lying in bed, so I placed the porridge on the low table, thinking he was asleep. He must have fallen asleep. Then I should just leave it here. Although I thought that, I got worried and peered at Abana's face. His face looks red. I wonder if he has a fever. Did he take his medicine already? He forgot to lock his door, so he might not have taken it. It was easy to see he was breathing heavily, and he obviously looked sick. He's still wearing his glasses while sleeping. I want to remove them for him, but he got mad at me the last time I woke him up. But I remembered about that time. During the romance drama, Abana didn't get mad when I hugged him during the scene. Yeah, now he's like losing his mind over here. He's having a breakdown. And before that, he caught me when I fell off the chair and he carried me. Maybe he's okay with me touching him now? Even if he gets mad, you're like, look, I didn't want you to break your glasses. No, I hope he'll be okay with it. If that smile back then was real, put both hands on the temples of his glasses and quietly tried to remove them. Fauna moved in that instant, and I retracted my hands reflexively, but that just made me hit his glasses again. Oh! Ibana immediately woke up and smacked my hand away while backing up. He was confused and looked pale. I mean, I feel like that's like, oh my god, something's touching me, you smack. Like, you know what I mean? That was an instant reaction. That caused his glasses to fall, so I picked them up, but still didn't know what to do. Sorry, you were wearing your glasses while sleeping, so I thought I'd take them off for you. Sana? Yeah, I'm really sorry. I should have called out to you to wake you up. His expression seemed fearful, and I ended up regretting what I'd done. He's afraid. He's like, oh my god, you're seeing me like this while I'm all embarrassed thinking of you. Oh, I shouldn't have tried that. It was my own misunderstanding. He only didn't get mad at me hugging him because it was part of the drama. It's not that we were closer at all. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, and now he's glaring at me. I handed Ibana his glasses back, and while he calmed down, my heart sank into my stomach. I left your porridge over there. I'll be going now. Wait, no. What do you mean? Okay, I think his eyes are in the same spot as everybody else's, but it seems so drastically different when he takes his glasses off. I think that's what it is. Like, when the last part, I was like, for some reason, I was thinking of him without his glasses on. Like, I think it's because you're so used to seeing the glasses and, like, you know, the little, like, bridge of your nose part of your glasses, like the nose piece, that, like, when he takes it off, it's like something's missing from his face, but, like, his eyes are no further apart than the rest of ours. Maybe slightly. I mean, it's hard to tell based on us. like her sprite because like her eyes are giant, you know what I mean? But like it's just it's like it's I think it just looks so different. You're like, he just looks so drastically different, like without the glasses. I don't know. It isn't what it seems. It's okay. This was obviously my fault, and it's already the second time you've gotten mad at me. No, hold on. Huh? Ivana grabbed my hand. He looked more distressed than confused, and he looked me straight in the eyes without hesitation. Are you gonna, like, make a move on me now? This wouldn't change the way I look at you, Ivana. I already know that you hate women. I believe in you, Ivana, so don't worry about it. Believe in me? What part of me do you believe in? Huh? Everything. Everything? Sure about that? Huh? Is he gonna get mad now? Everything, no matter how many times you tell me not to believe in you, I won't change. I know I've said that before. He looked a bit disgusted, but also in pain. He shivered a bit and then sighed as he held my hand a little tighter. Oh my god, he's holding my hand. Tick me off because you always say the things that I was thinking. Tick you off? Right now, the opposite. I should be the one to ask you to trust me. Getting your hand away wasn't what I wanted. Ibana then held my hand even tighter. His hand felt hot, a sign of his fever. I don't think it's a fever. I mean, it's a fever, but it ain't like it's not an illness fever. It's a love fever. And he's holding my hand. He like grabbed me to stop me, and then he's like squeezing my hand. It's like, you didn't realize you're holding my hand, right? We gotta get married now, because I could be pregnant. I mean, I didn't know if his fever was the reason, but his usual determined look was gone, and I noticed a sort of worry in his eyes, because he actually likes us, and now he's like, fuck, I don't want to push you away. I didn't hit your hand away because I wanted to. Not that I didn't want to be touched by you. I think I believe in you. You think? Just brush off that part. Can't help it because I'm not confident. You're really so... When we have an argument, you always talk back. You reach for the same dishes as me when we eat. I told you not to believe in anyone, but you trust so easily. You're so annoying. Like looking at myself. I hate you because you remind me of me! That's a little odd. Yourself? Just like how you're trying to believe in me makes me want to believe in you. That's the most irritating thing ever. I love how he's like coming to terms with his emotions without actually coming to terms with his emotions, you know what I mean? He's like, he's got some realization, but he's like, I'm starting to realize, and it makes me mad. We're making progress, though. And we're getting 2 steps forward, 1 step back, so that's okay. It's alright, we'll get there. His words were a bit hurtful to hear, but Abana didn't let my hand go. But the thing is, he's saying all that, but it's like he's trying to communicate. It's like he's trying to speak to me, but I just don't get it. Like, he's trying, but he's still not fully sure of what's going on inside of himself. So it's coming out a little weird, but like, you know. Again, it's slight progress. He's making progress, okay? He's trying. His hands seem to speak volumes. So can I assume that you weren't mad that I touched your glasses while you were asleep? Not mad. I know you're different from the others, so I'm okay. That's what I wanted to say. Maybe it's... Oh, that's good. After I felt relieved, Abana looked like he was struggling with a mix of emotions. I love it. I love our little marshmallow. He can't figure himself out. Oh, sorry to do this when you're sick. I'm just glad to hear that. Just rest up. Let me know if you need anything. Did you make the porridge and bring it to me? Hiochi was the one who made it. I'll make the next one. It's to thank you for nursing me when I was sick. Well, I'll get going now. Be sure to take your medicine and sleep. Oh. Did you need something? No, it's not that. It's not something that I need, but... Damn it! Ibana looked like he wanted to say something, so I waited patiently. After taking a deep breath, he finally spoke up. I love that he's so funny. He's like, it's not, it's just... God damn it, why can't I just say words? Oh... Look at our little marshmallow struggling internally. Can you hear me out a little? Something I want to talk about. Sure. Of course I'm okay with it. I had him lie down in bed. Even though it was a little uncomfortable for me, he folded his coat for me to sit on by his bedside. Oh. Ivana's hand was still hot, and I told him that he needed to rest, but the conversation he wanted to have took priority. You could always just pull the desk chair over. I'll tell you why I hate women so much. He'd previously told me about his sisters, who were lazy and slobbish. He saw his sisters in me when he lectured me, so I assumed his reason for his hatred of women was because of his sisters. When his mom abandoning him, I don't think that helped either. Is this where we're gonna get, like, some girl hurt you type of a thing? But your mom abandoned you, so I feel like that adds into the pile. We have more reason? Good God, this poor thing. So it's different? The bonnet continued after a long pause. Talked about it yesterday, but my parents got divorced when I was in the 7th grade. Separated from my mother and sisters. I lived alone with my father. That was up until I got to high school. Uh-huh. I was in the 9th grade. My father got a girlfriend. She visited often, and she'd make out with my father even when I was there. Get a room, you two, not in front of the child. It felt gross to look at, but something much worse was happening. Were you getting hot for your stepmom? Are we getting into stepmom territory? Ibana, please don't. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Okay. All right. In case you didn't read the line that's on the screen, this is obvious. I did not know this was going to pop up. Okay. Trigger warning, I guess. A little late for everybody, but here's the thing. When he said, I'll tell you why I hate women, and I was like, okay, obviously his sisters annoyed him, his mother abandoned him, and you kind of think that's it, and if that's why he's angry, sure. And then I was thinking to myself as I said that right when he was about to start, I'm like, I hope someone didn't, do anything inappropriate to this boy. Oh, God, but here we are. Sounds really weird for me to be like, I wish I had said that out loud, just because it crossed my mind, and here we are. But I don't wish I had said that out loud. That sounds awful, I wish I said it out loud. Gross. That's not what I meant by that, you know what I mean? But, sometimes I think things in my head, and I don't share them with you, and then they happen, and I'm like, I was thinking it, but I didn't say it! Guys, shit, but here it is, and this is... No. I'm glad I didn't say it out loud, because I didn't want to will it into existence, and yet here it is anyway, and oh god. You know what? Can we go back to when it was, right before this line, and it was like, Ibana, were you getting hot for your stepmom? No, she was getting hot for you. Oh, no, baby, no. Oh, you really do need therapy and all the hugs. Oh, no. Oh, God. This poor thing. Oh. I love him so much more because I just want to protect him now. This is so wrong. Okay. Oh, it's going to be so hard. She would sometimes touch me and come on to me half jokingly. And then she caught me off guard and kissed me. I flipped out and left home. And you were in the 9th grade. This is not like it happened last week when you were 17. Okay, I'm not saying that oh, here's your dad's girlfriend and kissing a 17-year-old isn't also gross. But if your dad has a younger girlfriend and she's 20 and you're 7, that's still inappropriate because there's legal lines that are drawn, okay? But 17 to 20 is a few years difference. You know what I mean? So it's still inappropriate because this kid's in high school. But here's the thing. So what? If you're 18 and you graduate high school and your girlfriend's 17 in high, well, no, it's different. You know what I mean? It's an age, but then there's also those magic lines, 18, so that's wrong. It's kind of ridiculous. A 17 and an 18-year-old can date because they've known each other. They're basically the same fucking age, if you think about it. A 17 and a 20-year-old does seem a little fucking weird, because it's teenager. Well, 19 and 20 is okay, you know what I mean? But your dad is this woman is probably at least 25 if your dad's dating a younger woman, and you're no, I'm not kissing. But he wasn't even 17. He wasn't even 17. What are you when you're a freshman in high school, 14? Well, 9th grade is freshman in high school for Americans, okay? I'm looking and I'm I was 13 because I was younger than everyone else. I started high school at 13. Just because my birthday's in October, so I stood the school year starts in the fall, and then I turned 14. You know what I mean? But most people are 14 turning 15. I was 13, just turned 14. So, so like most people in high school graduate, like you're about to be 18 when you graduate, or you turn 18 during the school year. I had just turned 17 and then graduated high school, and then I turned 18. So like I'm like a little bit behind. Not a little bit behind, I guess, and ahead. And not because I'm smart, it's just the way school systems worked when I was in preschool type stuff in New York, and then when I moved to Florida as a child, it was like, oh no, you gotta go back to kindergarten or whatever. Mom's like, nah, she already went to fucking kindergarten. We're not doing that. You're not doing that again. Just because the cutoff of like, oh, if you're born before a certain point, you go to this grade. If you're born after, you go to, you know what I mean? It's just the cutoff of ages. So I just was kind of like slightly younger, but it's only a few months difference. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm not the only one. Like, there's obviously people who like, oh, I started high school and I was 13 and 2 days later I turned 14. So, but so for me, it's a little weird because I'm like, what are you, like 13? And people are like, you're like in middle school at 13. Nah. It was like a matter of like, you start school in September. It was like a month. So it was really only like 13 for a month or so, almost 2 before I turned 14 like everybody else. So it's not like a huge difference. So yeah, he would have been like maybe 14. This could have been like 14 or 15, but still, that's just so much more wrong. Okay, look, again, dad's girlfriend kissing a 17-year-old is fucking wrong. But like, there is so much more wrong with a 14 to 15-year-old. It's a few years different, but it's more wrong. It's exponentially more wrong. This is how my brain works on the age difference thing. Like, if you're 20 and 40, it's like, okay, that's a big-ass age difference, but whatever. You know what I mean? You're 15 and 25. Whoa, gross. It's less of an age difference, but it's more disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it changes. Like, you could be 60 and 90. It's a 30-year age difference, but it's like, I mean, what do you talk about? But like, whatevs. 60 and 90, to me, is nowhere near the age difference of like 15 and 20. 15 and 20 is a 5-year fucking age difference. You're 20 and 25. You're 25 and 30. There's nothing fucking wrong with that at all. 15 and 20, there are huge fucking, that's disgusting to spit. Gross. Stop it. But it's because of the younger person where they are in life. The older you get, there was a certain point where you were like, I'm basically everywhere I'm ever going to be, and the only thing different is I'm going to retire someday, and that's the only difference in adulthood. You know what I mean? Like, obviously there's differences, but like, at some point when you're 30, if you're dating an 80-year-old, probably don't have as much in common, but it's not as weird as when you're super young. Like, it's the age of the younger person that makes the huge fucking difference. And like, I'm sorry, especially for people that are in their early 20s, but you're still babies. Okay? Like, there is a point, like, even I was like, oh my god, I'm like 21, I'm amazing. And then all of a sudden you hit like 25 and you're like, wow, yeah, no, a few years ago I was dumb. And it gets the same way. 5 years from now, I'm going to think me right now is stupid. You know what I mean? Like, but like, I don't know. And that's why I have an ick with age differences. I don't like it. I don't. It's weird. Okay? I don't like it when we're playing an 18-year-old girl and dating a 40-year-old man. That's creepy and weird. Like, okay, so I know people have like complained about my like issue with age differences. Like, it's fine. No. And I don't think anyone's disagreeing that this is wrong and gross. But it's a matter of the younger person, like where they are, how old that's why the whole thing with Haiji disgusts me, that they even pretend that I know he's not really 12, but it just grosses me out that we started out here, and in your brain as you're playing this game, if you didn't go, no, I'm going to deny that with every fiber of my being and be like, he's an alien, he's just pretending to be 12, like me, okay? If you were just playing along, and let's say you weren't really thinking about it, you're like, I'm just going to enjoy the game, I'm not going to analyze or anything, and you're like, oh, he's 12? Was there not like a huge warning signs, jail cell coming for where you didn't feel disgusting and like you wanted to rip your flesh off? Like, did that not make any, like, there's no way that doesn't make you feel disgusting. Even if your character, we are playing a 16-year-old girl. I mean, to be fair, I suppose I should feel disgusting because we're dating like teenage boys and I'm fawning over a bunny here, but I'm playing a 16-year-old girl, and for some reason in my head I'm like, we're all in college. Because it just makes it a little easier. Like, That sounds problematic and weird. That's not what oh God. Anyway. But you know what I mean? I don't care if I'm dating. And like, if I was playing a 14-year-old girl, I would still think 12 is too young and disgusting. That's still gross. You know what I mean? But like, so like, that's where like, I'm like, no, 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 no. And they make you feel really uncomfortable and gross. And then they do this with a bot. Yeah, actually, you know what's brilliant? Doing this in a Bonna's route or in a route where you're like, oh no, it's actually one of our love interests is 12. So this is us right now and we're gross. That's disgusting. What's going like, why game? Gross. That bothers me more than dating my brother, which is something. All right, you know what? Ibana, you, me, same. We're going to therapy together, buddy. Let's go. All right, anyway. Oh, God. Okay, anyway. But yeah, he was like 14 or 15. Yes. Until then, well, she made me uncomfortable. She was my father's girlfriend, so I trusted her. And then this is even that's even worse. It's not like some woman touched me inappropriately or put moves on me where you feel violated. It's someone you trust did that. This is not some random stranger I was out and some creepy lady groped me and I feel gross and violated. That's one thing. This is someone you trust, and we know the statistics and all that, so let's not get into that. But you know what I mean? Like, that's worse. That's worse. And that's why he doesn't trust her. Like, no, therapy! Who's the therapist? I was angry. I felt like I'd been betrayed. You were. By my father. By myself. No. Sweetie, I don't think it's fair to say your father betrayed you because he didn't know unless you told him and he did nothing. You were betrayed. Your trust and your body, every part, that was all betrayed by this person. So I get that. It's not, I felt betrayed. You were. After saying that, Ibana quietly closed his eyes. I couldn't just nod in agreement as I looked at him. When he opened his eyes, our gazes met, hold his hand and hug him. I still haven't forgiven that woman. I might beat her the next time we meet, but I don't ever want to see her again. Okay, so here's the thing. Don't just kiss Ibana, okay? Because that's... If I ever said that, which I probably did, don't just do that. I'm glad we didn't. Oh my God. But he needed the hug. So, and it was at least scripted in the thing. So I feel like we're okay there, and I don't regret that. He needed that hug, even though we were like, listen, I just want you to know that this is real. And maybe that's his whole, like, women lie, because it's like, oh my God, I'm totally in love with your dad, and then she's going to try to put the moves on you. All right, like, let's take the serious note and throw that away for a hot second, because the inappropriate part of me was like, I mean, I can't blame her. I love Ibana, and he's adorable. But I can, because you don't just violate a person like that. Or a child, for God's sakes. Gross, lady. What the hell? As a grown-ass adult woman playing this game, I feel like there's something wrong with me saying that. But also, this is a fantasy game. It's not real. He's 2D, and I'm sorry, but an actual 17-year-old looks like a toddler to me. So, like, you know, like, there is a difference between anime art, otome art, anime art, whatever, and actual human people. So, but anyway, that's, oh God. I don't think I can see things rationally like you. Am I really rational? At least we're self-aware. I don't really know. I still get this murky feeling whenever I remember that drama. And then we're the same. Well, once I finish talking about it, you can forget about it. I like the fact that he opened up and trusted us, though. That's kind of sweet. He closed his eyes again. Maybe he was tired because of the fever. I think that's also another reason why he came back here. Like, we threw that theory out, not just to get his arm back. Obviously, that's number one. And people would be like, why'd you come back? Oh, I wanted to get my arm back. Plain and simple. He doesn't have to rationalize anything else, but it's that human connections here, but it's also getting away from reality. And the reality that he lived in, you know? However, Ibana didn't stop talking about it. That's why I hate women. I hate it when they come on to me, and I don't want to see them talking about romance. How often do women come on to you? You know what? I can't. We're in a heavy topic, and here's me being appropriate. Be like, I can't blame them. Like, seriously, how often do women come on to you? I mean, I'm guessing, like, you're in high school. There's got to be another girl out there. Like, oh my God, Ibana's so cute. Like, it can't be the only one, you know? That's why when I woke up, I saw someone close to me. I moved as a reflex. I wasn't going to violate you, sweetie. Maybe he thought he was going to be kissed while he was asleep. I thought about that, but I didn't want to ask. I didn't feel right asking past that point. Right. So when you're lecturing me, it's like when you're lecturing your sisters. And when you tell me to get away from you, it's like when you felt hatred toward that woman. Guess you could say that. The one of them removed his glasses and put them next to his bed. His hand movements weren't precise because he was sick, but he moved it toward me to hold once more. Oh, this is adorable. I love the fact that he just keeps holding our hand. He keeps willingly touching us. It's like, I don't think it's just partially like reaching out like to another person that now you've shared this deep dark secret with, so you feel close enough to this person, like a friend, you know, like he trusts us deeper than anyone else here, so we've got that friendship bond. But I also feel like a little part of it is like him breaking down that wall of like, maybe not all girls are bad type of a thing, because like you didn't do anything to me and it's not fair for me to put that on you. But he's got these walls up and like a girl exists and therefore you're everything I hate type of a thing. Like, you know what I mean? And sure, sometimes maybe things we say or do, like, he's lumping everyone together. This woman did something horrible, but then he's thinking about his sisters who he was always like frustrated with. He wouldn't have hated women. He's like, God, they're just irritating. Yeah, your sisters are irritating. And then when you see a trait like that, one of the traits that your sisters had in another person, you're like, ugh, and it's triggering, sure. But this, yeah, no. I mean, I get it. Okay, you've been through a lot, sweetie, and I don't think any woman in your life has ever like not kind of fucked you up a little. It's okay. We're gonna fix this. I'm not like that woman. I'm not like your sisters either. You damn right we aren't. I know. I wouldn't try to force a kiss on you. I want the feeling to be mutual if someone tried to kiss me. He's like, Tomose, and you're like, yeah, that was inappropriate. No. Now that you're different. My hand felt hot. Ah! Smart boy. Maybe my own hand was getting warmer, or perhaps it was Abana's hand, or the two of you, it's your love growing. A mixture of shyness, surprise, and confusion seemed to make things a little warmer. See, so that's what it was. With his past experiences, I don't blame him for hating women. I mean, again, I can't I like kind of that they did this because it's very similar if you think about it as a woman. If anything like that has happened to you, it's a defense mechanism and you're like, men suck and I hate men. And like, this is not like, oh, one man hurt me, where it's kind of irrational. So we had his incel behavior before. Okay, he's not that at all. That's totally different. I take that back. Sorry, sweetie. You know, the things that come out of your mouth fit that, but there is a deeper reason aside from I asked out some girl and she didn't want to date me. Like I'm entitled to her type of mentality. That's not it at all. This is someone I trust betrayed my trust and did something inappropriate and I felt violated. And that is just, ugh. But like, you can see, like, I haven't been in that situation, but I can absolutely understand and put myself if I were in that position. Because like, as a woman, too many stories of this, too many people, like, it's just too prevalent where you're like, yeah, no, I could absolutely say if something like that happened, I'd probably defense and like, don't trust anyone. You know what I mean? Like, plus your mom and your sister's basically abandoning you and then this happening. Yeah, no, I get it. Oh, but I got to applaud them for putting this level of detail into his story as opposed to, oh, my sisters were just annoying. My mom abandoned me. Okay, that was good enough. Like, I was like, okay, if you're angry, it's because you're just misconstruing your anger at your family and turning it and twisting it into this. But no, they went deeper where you're like, okay, I get it. Nothing else needs to be said here. But they could have done what a lot of games do in the, oh, I don't like girls because I asked this girl out once and she said no. And it's like, all right, let's just back up and stop being a dude. I mean, they always get out of that. But you know what I mean? That's usually where they go. They go surface level and they do this. And you're like, you're completely irrational here. What the hell? But it's an Otome game, so we deal with it. But you know what I mean? I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they went a little bit deeper and like his what triggered all of this is like, yep, nope, absolutely understand why you are where you are, but maybe we do need some therapy. Okay, in reality. Here, you just need the power of my love and we'll fix it. Oh, God, poor thing. No matter how it is, he probably felt terrible when a woman approached him like that. Yeah. Thank you for sharing something so difficult. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it, but I thought I had to. I've been telling you not to trust anyone, and I've also been harsh with my words about how I didn't care if you got hurt. However, you still believed in me after that. And you're still here to listen to what I have to say. Sana, I believe in you. I hurt you because I was too fixated on my past. He's so fucking self-aware right now. And, like, it usually takes a lot longer to get to this growth. He's a smart boy. Smart, hurt little bunny rabbit. Oh. Sorry. God, he's apologized 3 times. I won't compare you to them anymore. He whispered it so gently that I almost cried. I want to almost cry too. I always wanted to talk to him normally. I've always wanted him to see me for me and not just as some other woman. But now I know it wasn't that simple. He's been dealing with so much, and it was out of courage that he decided to hold my hand now. It makes me happy, but... What? Hurts. You don't have to force yourself like this. Everyone's dealing with something, so I'm sorry I forced my opinions onto you. It's impossible for me to keep quiet. It helps me keep you here. If it means being able to touch you, I have to apologize. Oh my God. Sweetie, are you just admitting you're in love with us right now? Because this is like... I can't be quiet. I need to keep you here and to be able to touch you. Oh my. Oh my. Oh. Giggles. I don't ever want to hit your hand away. He's so precious. Ibana? Call his name, but there's no response. His hands seemed weak, and there was no strength in his grip anymore. He's asleep. I wonder if he realizes what he said as he was falling asleep. He still had a high fever, so he didn't feel well. He was straining the entire time we talked. I couldn't bring myself to wake him up, and I just watched Ibana breathe as he slept. He said all he wanted to say and fell asleep. You know what? Go get like a little cold towel and like put it on his head, so when he wakes up, he's got a little cool towel on his head, and then he knows that you like did that thing. If I told him I watched him sleep, he'd probably get mad at me again. I mean, I don't think he'd... Okay, yeah, but I think it'd be more an embarrassment thing. However, I couldn't help it. It was Ibana that kept me there. I really didn't know what love is. I get the feeling I know now. I was gonna try to just finish reading this, but like, no, my heart. I want to continue believing in Ibana. I want to cherish my feelings for him. I want to see him smile again. I envy that woman who kissed Ibana. Okay, I mean, I get that. I get what they're trying to say here. Like, I envy the fact that this woman got to kiss him, and it's like, but at the same time, how she went about it, maybe we shouldn't envy her. You know what I mean? But like, I get it. Like, sometimes your feelings aren't rational, and this is one of those, like, she got to kiss him, and I envy that. Well, wait, if I take a step back, I realize that that's wildly inappropriate, and, but your emotions are illogical, so. He doesn't want to imagine or see me kissing someone else. And I feel the same way. I don't want to do romance dramas anymore. I don't want to kiss anyone but Ibana either. Ugh! My passions and emotions spilled out as words. And if I could speak things into existence, I'd speak those words over and over again. I love you, Ibana. I whispered my confession while he slept. Ugh! I can't believe we just said it out loud! Oh my God, it's adorable. As I woke, I felt a warm sensation on my hand. Did we fall asleep in his room? Oh my God. I was holding hands with Ibana yesterday morning. I still felt the heat on my palm. Oh, okay, no, this is like the whole day went by and we didn't do anything else. Because it's Ibana, so we don't need to do anything else. You know what I mean? Ibana had fallen asleep since then. I checked on him at noon and again in the evening, but both times he was sound asleep. However, both times he'd eaten the porridge I left him, which relieved me. I wonder how he is today. I hope he's better now. We're like, do you remember what you told me? He's like, what? No, I had totally in a fever. You came and showed up? He's like, hey, do you know who brought me the porridge all those times? You're like, it was me. You did? Oh, okay, cool. You don't remember? We went to what? No. And then he's like back to his normal self because that was all a fever dream for him and he doesn't remember it. No, we made progress with our little marshmallow, so I left my room to make breakfast and I heard a door open at the same time. Boyfriend. Oh, and now he's blushing. Because you know what I mean? Like, you're in the middle of this fever and you make this confession and you talk to us and you hold her hand. And then afterward, okay, you get better and then you're like, wait. Because in a way, sometimes having a high fever is like being drunk. You know what I mean? Like, you may be aware of the things that are happening, but like, you're just going to say things and then later you're like, I know I had a very high fever and I was sick. Did I just tell them all of that shit? And so, like, I can absolutely understand a slight embarrassment instead of being like, slightly embarrassed and be like, oh, hey, yeah, about that stuff that I said. You know what I mean? But this looks like terror embarrassment. He's like, oh God, shit, there's shit, and I said all that. Oh my God. Like, this is like embarrassed freak out right here. Oh, Ivana, I hadn't expected to meet him like this. I ran my hands through my hair to check for bedhead, even though I already checked numerous times. Good morning. Is your fever better? Yeah. You shouldn't push yourself too hard. The rest of the team can do the cooking, and I can bring your food to your room. No, the fever's gone now. But you're still red. Did you take your temperature? He's red because he's so big, girl. Be a little more self-aware. Oh my God. Read the room. Read the hallway. It's kind of funny though, in that in this they recycle, like, we got sick and he took care of us, and then he got sick and we took care of him. Like, that's adorable, but it is like, this is the only time people have gotten sick. It's not like nobody else get, you know what I mean? I walked a few steps closer to check his complexion, and he averted his eyes. I know, because he feels awkward for confessing, basically. I did take my temperature. It's fine. Oh, if you say so. Hey, don't tell me... What? You don't remember that what we talked about yesterday? Of course I do. I remember everything. Every single word. Oh. I thought that he would have forgotten about everything because of the fever, but that wasn't the case. That's why he's awkward. But then why is his face still red? If it's not a fever, do you feel embarrassed? Girl! She's like, do you have a fever? Are you embarrassed? Girl! Oh, you're so awkwardly derpy. It's kind of funny right now. Are you stupid? He got mad at me again and we both went downstairs. You just asked him if he's embarrassed. Of course he's embarrassed, but he doesn't want to bring attention to it. I felt a little embarrassed as we walked alongside each other, but being around him was comforting. Yeah, he's gonna be all awkward and like, oh, whatever, still, like, a little bit more, and we're gonna be like, it's okay, I love you. Like, however, it all changed the moment we entered the living room. Ivana! Ivana, are you alright now? Yeah, I'm fine, but... The atmosphere felt strange. Normally there wouldn't be this many people in the living room at this time of day. Yeah, right? What are they all doing here? Yet everyone had gathered in the living room, and they were all looking at Ivana. What's going on here? Ivana, why didn't you tell us that you were a previous participant? Dazai's sweating over here, nervous. Akaze's sudden question made me gasp. No one else looked surprised at the question, so it was obvious they all knew. It was something only Iochi and I knew. I looked at Iochi in surprise, only to receive an apologetic wave. Sorry, Seina. I intended to keep quiet about it until we better understood the situation. I happened to meet Haiji at the antique shop, and we talked there. I happened! Air quotes around that. Yeah, okay, Haiji was there on purpose to bring this out, because there's not enough drama, so he needs to create more. And then Haiji... I thought I was the only one who didn't know and mentioned it at the information gathering team. Now everyone found out about it, and we had a group discussion about it. If I knew it was a secret, I would have kept quiet. Sorry, big sis. Yeah, sure you are! Liar! Pants are so fucking on fire, someone should call the fire department. We don't have one, but is there a fire extinguisher? He's gonna blaze this fucking place up. You don't have to apologize to me. You don't have to apologize to me! I'm sure she's like, you don't have to apologize to me. It's like, you don't have to apologize to me but apologize to my man. Snapping angry. Sana and Iochi were the only ones who knew. I understand why you didn't talk about it and kept quiet until you confirmed things. What I don't understand is why Abana decided to lie by omission. You're a previous participant, so you should know a lot about the stream. And you lost your left arm to a punishment game, right? In that case, you knew about the punishment games beforehand. I mean, okay, alright, you know what? It's kind of one of those, like, I mean, he didn't have to tell us because he's all kind of protecting himself. Even though we keep saying, like, oh, a prior participant, I can trust them then, because they're not the sponsor or producer. How do you know that? Again, I cannot remember any specific thing that's ever been said of, well, a prior participant would never be the... You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know why we're leaping to that conclusion, but maybe I missed it. That's valid. But, like, because the logical conclusion would be, like, a prior participant wouldn't tell you because you'd be sus of them instantaneously. Also, maybe you don't want people harassing you and asking you questions that you don't know, or being suspicious of you. It's your personal fucking business. You know, whatever. There's a bunch of different reasons why you wouldn't say it. But at the same time, then Tomose brings up a good point. You knew about the fucking punishment games and you probably could have warned us. You know, he's not really, you know, okay, yeah, that's a good point, Tomose. You could have warned us about it before the dramas began, but you didn't. Why? You're just saying that because you didn't want her to experience the punishment game. That's all in the past now, though. It's in the past now, but I still want to know why. Everyone has things they don't want to say. I'm sure that he has his reasons. That makes it sound like Chikasaki's got some shit he's hiding. But to be fair, look at the shit Abana was hiding. Not, I'm a prior participant, but I was assaulted by my father's... I'm like, my brother? No. My father, the word for father was blanket in my brain. My father's girlfriend. So, like, Chikasaki could be hiding that he's a serial killer for all we know. I would have pegged that on Gyobu. And Haiji, technically, being the involved in this. I guess Futami, too. Technically, Futami wasn't involved in the prior streams, so he's just a psycho. But we don't know that Gyobu and Haiji weren't, so, like, serial killers! Okay? No. But we don't know what Chikasaki's hiding. Like, I'm actually a jewel thief. I break into malls. I break into stores and I steal gems, and I'm really good at bank robbing. Like, you know, like, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know who you murdered. You might have. Right. Well, you're trying to set Abana up as the traitor or anything. However, it would have been better if you mentioned that you were a previous participant. Yochi. This is where you wish you'd found out, like, I mean, we know what Iochi is now, but it would have been funnier if, like, things had come out and you'd be like, yeah? Like, you being part of the Information Bureau? Sir/ma'am? Like, what do you use, like, you use sir for gentlemen, you use ma'am for late. What do you use for people who are gender neutral? Smam? Like, what do you, there's no sir or ma'am for that, is there? Do we have one? Do you just say sir in general? Because, like, if someone addressed me like, sir, I'd be like, oh, yes, I got my top out of monocle going. Twirl my mustache. I'd be okay with that. You know what I mean? So, like, what, Iochi, do you prefer sir? I'm going to go with sir, okay? Like, because I do mess up and I still, like, call you he sometimes and him because that's just where my brain goes. Because, like, I mean, you're gorgeous and fabulous, but whatever. So, like, I fuck up this. So I'm just going to go with sir because I feel like Iochi'd be fine with that. You could also go with ma'am every once in a while, but I'm curious. Seriously, if you know, let me know. I don't know. Like, how do you, like, I mean, I think I'd feel left out if I was like, no, I prefer the pronouns of they, I'm more gender neutral, and then I couldn't be sir or ma'amed. I probably lean toward wanting to be sirred. Because, like, ma'am makes you feel old, like, okay, ma'am. You're like, what about your grandma? You're like, whatever, sir. And you're like, damn right, I'm sassy like that. Top hat and monocle. Damn right, you're gonna sir me. You know what I mean? Feels more boss-like, you know what I mean? So, you can sir me all you want. God. Fucking game. Anyway. But I feel like it's funny, like, Yochi shouldn't be tossing stones over here. Did Yochi purposely tell Haiji about it? You know, their shady look on your face says maybe. Yochi had kept quiet about the previous participant thing until now. However, I didn't stop believing in Abana even after hearing Yochi's deduction. Maybe Yochi got impatient. However, it seems like there hasn't been mention of Dazai since Abana's the topic of conversation. I like how she's like, what the fuck? That seemed odd to me. The name list must not have been mentioned, so the replica arm was the only thing discussed. The data that the list had is gone now, so only what can be proven was discussed. And I mean, if Haiji was in the store, someone could have seen it. But then again, to be fair, Tomose and I found it in Tomose's room. We're like, anyway, and just ignored it. So, Ibana... Shut the hell up, all of you. Kept quiet about it because I didn't want you to start questioning me like this. That's not a valid reason. One wrong move and there could have been deaths. You could have been much more cooperative. I intend to help should the need arise, but there just hasn't been a need for it yet. Hold on, there was a need. When Sana lost her voice, she was only one step away from getting a dead end. That's not actually true. I guess, but you make it sound like one wrong move and dead end, and it's like it would have taken a while to lose points. I would have gone into a thing, not been able to act, lost points. And depending on how many points I had, it would have taken a little while. If they put me in 5, let's just say it was only going to take 5 more dramas for me to lose all my points and end up at a dead end. They could have put me in 5 for a day, but it might have taken 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really one step away. It was a little sprint away. So let's be reasonable. Me trying to defend Abana. I will defend him with my last breath, okay? Our precious little marshmallow has been through some shit. And if I wasn't going to protect him before, I sure as fuck am now. I would have defended him before regardless. But now, stronger. Okay? Back off. My voice is back, so I don't mind at all. Is it a matter of you minding or not? If we had this information, we would have been able to return to our work faster. I think you mean world. Return to our work faster. Do you mean world? Is that a typo? Oh, shut up. Why do I have to care about the others? If you want to go back, do it on your own. He just made things even more hostile. Ibana's always in defense mode, and this is not, hey, can we sit down and talk about this? Okay. And were you talking reasonably and rationally to keep him, he is very defensive. So, being offensive and accusatory is not going to help him be like, all right, guys, you know what? He's going to be like, fuck you, you want to fight? You know what I mean? This is not how you get answers out of Obama. You think they know this by now? Saying things like that makes him more suspicious. But whenever Abana's being cold, there's often another reason for it. Yeah, it's defense. He's on defense, you know?
There. And no need to get so angry. I thought about it myself. About the reason you kept quiet, that is. First, this is your second time participating in this life or death situation, and your purpose now is to get back the arm you lost, is it not? If so, that leaves a big question in my mind. Why didn't you reenact the drama and get your arm back immediately?
It was a romance drama! Did we come to that conclusion before, or am I just stupid? I'm suffering from the idiocy that runs rampant in this. Forget with these people. Okay. Oh my god, duh. Because she said that before once, right? Why doesn't he just redo the drama? Did I come to that conclusion before? Maybe it was a romance drama? Because that feels fairly fucking obvious now. Smack me in the face, duh. Obviously.
Keeping quiet like this means that someone might save up enough points to actually get us back to our world. If that happened before you got your arm back, wouldn't coming back as a participant be meaningless? I'd like to hear your explanation for that.
But that's... You can just reenact a drama to regain what was lost in a punishment game, right? That should be the same for previous participants. Okay, maybe we did bring it up to him and we got the answer. I don't know. Is there a reason why you haven't reenacted it? If there's a reason, I can help. Shut up. Get out. Not so sudden. I just wanted to say I would help. Okay, I feel like when this happened, I might have been it was probably a romance drama, because it feels obvious. I don't want to hear it. There's nothing else to say. When I asked him for the reason, he got terribly angry and refused to say. I thought he'd just get mad again and create an even bigger rift between us. I didn't reenact it because I don't want to. Ivana answered that so matter-of-factly.
You don't want to.
You sound like some kid. Then why did you come back to this world? There's no reason for that. Yeah, because I don't think you have to reenact the drama where you lost the fit. You can't just save up enough points and get it back, I don't think. Because I thought we asked that when I lost my voice, and it was like, nope. Or you've got to save up so much that it's almost like just redo the drama. He's glaring at me now.
Like Yobo's saying is valid. If you don't want to reenact it, then why become a cast member again?
Because his real life is traumatic and this is better. That's sad.
Is it because you have another reason?
No, there's no other reason. I hesitated. I hesitated the entire time I've been here. No matter my decision, I'd regret it. Decided to think about it after coming here. Thought maybe I'd be able to come to a rational decision for it.
And were you able to think rationally?
No. The more I thought about it, the less I wanted to reenact that drama. The more honest I became about how I felt, the more reasons I had not to do it. Concluded that I'd never want to do it again. We're going to end up reenacting that drama, and it's going to be a drama where he has to kiss someone. It's going to absolutely be a romance drama, and it's going to be like there's a kiss involved, and that's probably what he refused to do because of the trauma surrounding it. And we're going to reenact it, and we're going to kiss him, and it's going to be like, it's okay because it's not a drama. Love you. Yeah. He never told me the reason he didn't want to reenact the drama. But I continued to look on quietly when my gaze met Ivana's for a moment.
And the drama was so bad you have no choice but to reject it. And what was it about?
I can't say. I'm sure the content was terrible, and I understand why you don't want to talk about it. But we won't be able to come up with a countermeasure if you don't. The content was terrible. You probably had to stab someone or something. He's like, I had to kiss someone, and they're like, girl, what the fuck? They don't understand his trauma, and here's the thing, if you say it was a romance drama and I refused to kiss someone, here's the thing. Let's take Ivana's past out of it, and just say it was a romance drama and maybe you just don't feel comfortable kissing a stranger, or I only want to kiss someone when I mean it. You're overly romantic about it, okay? Because it's also, could be, Tomose just kissed me, and it was, my first kiss, and she felt a little, what the fuck, slightly violated about it, but it was okay, I get why Tomose did it, and she understood. But, some people aren't going to be that rational about it, okay? You're not going to be able to step back. You're like, no, it's my first... I want it to be meaningful, and, kissing someone in a drama doesn't... Okay, valid, okay? It's valid to feel your feelings, okay? So let's say even if that's where you were, right? You're going to come out and be like, it was a romance drama, and I refused to kiss someone. And everyone's going to be like, just fucking do it! Oh my god, blah, blah, blah! Instead of trying to go... and understand your feelings behind it, where you're like, listen, this is just how I feel, because everybody's feelings and values are different. You know what I mean? So instead of trying to understand that person and go, okay, I get why you're saying that, and that's your choice, but here's what trying to help them think about it in a different way. Think about it in this way, maybe, and if you still don't want to do it, fine, but trying to give them other options or other scenarios or other thoughts on it, because people can tend to be, this is my thought process, this is the lane I'm in, and I never vary, and I never see anything else. I got my blinders on. So, other people coming in with other opinions and thoughts and whatever, you've got to be open to that, obviously. But you know damn well the way it's going to turn out, they're going to be like, oh my god, you're stupid, just do it, whatever, it's just a drama, blah, 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 instead of trying to understand his reason for it. And in this scenario, if he were to say the exact same thing, yeah, it was a romance drama and I didn't want to kiss someone. And they're like, why? Oh my god, blah, blah. They're still going to get that same, just do it, whatever. But they don't understand the trauma he has underneath. And then it's then he has to reveal his trauma to everyone. And it's not fair to make him have to do. So it's he's protecting himself, and you can totally understand it. Again, even if his reason is something simple, I just don't want to kiss anyone unless it's real love. I say that sarcastically, but you know what I mean? Then you can understand everyone trying to convince him otherwise, but while still disrespecting his thoughts on it, But this is gonna, he's not ready to tell everyone. He told us, so, which is gonna be nicer, because everyone's gonna be like, why? And you're like, listen, he's got his reasons, it's none of your damn business. And we're gonna defend our marshmallow. And he's gonna love us more for that. Look, I like it. And when we reenact the drama to get his arm back, we'll kiss him and it'll be real. It'll be okay. We're just gonna magically break down all of the issues that he has, like we are like the queen of therapy. So, that's right. Even if it's a problem that you can't solve alone. Wow, I can't read. We all join in. Something can be done about it. Wouldn't you agree? I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
And the more you try to hide it, the more suspicious you seem. Is this something that you want to keep neglecting?
I don't care. That's why I've said that everyone here's the enemy from the start.
Sena too.
When he heard that, Ibana turned to me, but when our eyes met again, it wasn't brief. Sena is... He said my name with some pain in his voice, and I didn't know what to do anymore. Jump in and defend him. Listen! If he doesn't want to talk about it, he doesn't have to talk about it. It's his own business. Mind yours. He's always so quick to answer. And I'm also the enemy. That silence pulled at my heartstrings. Jump in and defend him. I'd always fretted over how he'd refuse to answer or how he'd never tell me why. But in that moment, it made me happy.
And this is going in circles. Why must you insist on hiding it?
Just say it. Kay is so stubborn. You seem to know the reason. What do you know about it, Gyobu? Yeah, why does Gyobu know? Huh? Why are you bringing me up all of a sudden? The situation was going nowhere, but then a voice cut through it.
Everyone! You appear to be discussing something interesting. I hope you can include us and the viewers as well.
Oh no. The director seemed to enjoy what was going on. Oh my god, this could be like a live stream.
Include you. That you're the cause of all of this. Kaito Ibana here joined the Otherworld stream once more, despite having survived and returned to his world once before. I'd assumed you'd immediately try and get your arm back, but I was wrong.
This sounds like something Gyobu would say to... I'm just saying! They got similar vibes, these two.
Your actions and words are both rather interesting to me. You're filled with emotions incomprehensible to us.
Shut up. Ibana sounded irritated, but the director continued.
That in itself is like a drama. We realize that's one of the truths that we're seeking.
Want to know about... No.
And that's why.
The truths? I wonder what he meant. However, Ibana suddenly vanished. I gasped when he disappeared. I mean, obviously you heard that. It was just like any other drama.
I've prepared an opportunity for a special reenactment. Naturally, the stream will now begin. I hope everyone will enjoy the show.
Reenactment? The Otherworld stream then began. Reenactment? But it's a romance drama, and who else is going to be in it? You know it has to be. You gotta be kidding me. This is offensive.
This is your second time as a cast member. We're quite thankful, so this time we'll offer you proper support. That's why we'll prepare 2 rewards. Listen carefully. First, if you manage to complete this drama, we'll return your arm to you. And another thing. At the conclusion of this drama, we'll send you back to your original world. This is a special case, mind you. Isn't that wonderful? You appear to have deep-seated hatred for the show. You have no reason to continue once you get your arm back. How about it? Isn't it a wonderful reward? Isn't it enough motivation to complete the drama?
And if I still say I can't?
I doubt it. As a current cast member, you've been in romance dramas twice over. Yet you can't do this particular romance drama?
I told you it was a romance drama.
Why is that? Is it the content? Is it the cast? Or perhaps...
Oh my god, is it like a romance drama where like an older woman is like a teacher and student thing where it's like triggering for him? It's not just the romance drama part of it. It's literally the scenario.
Is it the existence of a kiss scene?
I told you! What did I fucking tell you? It was a romance drama and there's a kiss scene and he refused to do it because it was traumatic. But then I was like, I wonder if like it's also like, oh, it's like a student teacher thing where it's like, then it's really getting in his head. This would have been enough, but Ibana glared at the director and he then turned up at the sky. I looked at him through the display and closed my eyes once. Well, who else else is gonna be in this with him, though? Oh, so that's why. I finally understood. We already admitted we loved him. What? His father's girlfriend kissed him, and Abana started to hate women. He left home and moved to the dorms, but then he was chosen by Arcadia to take part in the romance dramas. Well, just in the streams, and then they chucked him into romance dramas. And even here, he must have been forced to kiss someone. Otherwise, he wouldn't refuse so adamantly. But the thing is, it makes it sound like... See, this is where Gyobu gets even more sus, because Gyobu and Abana know each other. I think it's because they were in the same class or whatever, but you wonder if Gyobu knows, because he kind of, those certain things he says, like, you know, and then the director putting him, and they put him in this situation on purpose. It's not just, oh, he hates women in romance, we're going to put him in romance dramas, that'd be fun. This, you specifically put him in one with the kissing, you wanted to trigger him. You know, again, it's part of the whole, I mean, again, that's part of the whole thing. The whole thing is like triggering people. But like, you know what I mean? Oof. I see. So that's why he refused to tell anyone. He was hiding why he hated women. There's no way he would talk about it. That's why he'd refuse to reenact the drama. Maybe that's why he hated doing the romance dramas with me so much. But what was he planning next? Ooh, okay. I have a feeling the scene with the drama is going to go on for a little bit, and we're at time. So I'm going to cock block us all. Like, I'm going to leave this at a cliffhanger, like, what's going to happen next? ... What's going to happen next? Like, again, how are they going to do this without us? Like, we have to be there. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, you're going to put them in a romance drama, but you're not putting another cast member in? How is that working, and why aren't we there? Because we're the only girl we'd obviously be put in, and so it's interesting. So, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.